Hey folks, it's Chris with thefoozers.com, and here's another video in my series of Is It Worth Your Time Scrapping a Blank? In this case, it's going to be a microwave. Actually, an over-the-range microwave. If you haven't seen my videos before, I try to take a unique approach. Instead of showing you how to tear something apart, I try to show you what it's worth just picking up and taking to the scrapyard, or taking it home and spending a few minutes breaking it apart. And before we completely get started, let me share a little important message with you. I'm going to keep this short and keep you YouTuber police off my back with a few disclaimers. Number one, scrap value is always the lowest price for an item, just above garbage. So if you bring something home and it works or has working parts, consider selling it on Craigslist, eBay. That's actually how I make a lot of money. Number two, scrap prices change with the stock market. Good rule of thumb, like I stated, but not fact. When oil prices are high, usually scrap prices go up, and then vice versa. For the purpose of this video, I've just stated the prices from the last trip I made, so they're not going to be your prices. So I'm just using these as comparisons for the video. Number three, come on, use common sense. We're working with metals. They're sharp. They have sharp edges. Wear gloves, protective eye gear. Do what you need to do to keep yourself from going to the hospital and cutting to any profit you might make. Okay, getting started. I have a hate and love relationship with microwaves. First off, picking them up. They're heavy and bulky. A lot of times they smell funny and they're greasy. But in any case, picking it up, 42 pounds and netting $3.36, and I haven't done a single thing with it. So let's break it down a little and see what we get there. Now in my first 15 minutes of breaking this thing down, I've pulled all my insulated wire out, snipped everything that I could find. Then I moved on to on over-the-range microwaves, the vent fan there, which is a copper motor. Then to every microwave, your magnetron, to your capacitor, to a couple of little motors there, to your cooling fan, to the main display, keypad, whatever you may call it, and then your little aluminum filters there. And then in the middle or the top there is your transformer, which is actually the money of this whole thing. Okay, in the last 10-15 minutes, I've decided what I was going to tear apart and leave alone. I left the insulated wire alone, didn't try to strip it. That wasn't worth it to me. The magnetron I left alone, even though there's some copper and aluminum in there. This was a score because this was an older unit. It still had copper wiring in the transformer. A lot of the newer units are just aluminum wiring. I also tore apart a couple of those little motors. I left the fan motor, or the vent fan motor, just left alone. Copper was too hard to get out of it, and it was just it wasn't worth my time. We gained some steel back, so let's see where we're at now. Guys and gals, this video in no way was to persuade you to do things one way or the other. We all scrap different. We all scrap at our own pace. This video is really for me to reevaluate how I've been doing things for over 20 years and see if certain items are really worth my time. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you took something out of this. If you have any comments, negative or positive, I'm a big boy. I can take it. Just state them below. And until next time, happy scrapping.